and actually stick to. Most of us don't have that type of tenacity to make that happen. And for most people, that's what you need to do. You need to try to get to that whatever that is for you, that first financial freedom point in time of your life as fast as possible. I have seen that if people will take massive action, if they'll be in the room, if they'll get rid of distractions, if they'll say no to anything and everything that keeps them away from their goals and dreams, if they're willing to live below their means. That's one thing I think a lot of real estate investors don't talk enough about. There's a period of time where we have to do this, where we have to shut off all of the subscriptions. And when you see all of this through somebody that's gone through this over the last 5 years and they say, this is how I got there. Guess what, guys? This is how most people that get there. They don't get there by just, making more money. That's rarely ever the way it happens. So definitely want to give you kudos for that. Eric, if you want, yeah, okay. I'm glad that you posted that. So Eric's going to post in the group if you guys are interested in more of his products. And then your meetup group meets in Atlanta. Can you give some information about the meetup group? Awesome. If there's any more questions in the chat, we can go over questions. Also, like you talked about setting goals, kind of going over why you want to do this first, and then setting goals. Goals is a discipline, folks. If you're not setting up goals on a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily basis, like how do you expect to actually achieve them? It is such a discipline that I think a lot of people that go from being an employee to being a business owner to kind of like taking control of their own life, that's one of the key parts of that. So I'm really glad that we had this time today to talk about that. But I'm telling you, most people don't know how to run a business. And this is all running a business is. This is how running your life is. It's just about setting the big goals, setting the medium goals, setting the yearly goals, setting the quarterly goals, and then just reviewing them and seeing how you did this last quarter and then setting them again. Like it's a discipline that needs to happen. It's what most people's meetings ought to look like on a weekly basis. Hey, what did we do last week? What were our to-dos last week to get done this week? What are our KPIs in our business? Are we hitting those? Or, how are we making that happen? I just spent my whole last week and a half with all of my different companies doing quarterly meetings and going, hey, how did we do last quarter? How are we going to do next quarter? We do our yearly planning before the end of the year because the end of the year is always, really busy. What are some things, starting to get some ideas for 2025 to put out there. So definitely appreciate you. Thank you for investing in our community today, Eric. Appreciate your time. Can you unshare real quick just so I can throw up my slide? So I just have the last slide for me. And I just want to remind everybody about next month again.